Um, Being in retail, they have this saying where, let's see how, you don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. You definitely don't want to do that. And I'm hearing whispers about Jerry Jones on how aggressive he's going to be. Whispers. Because it's pretty sad to witness what we witnessed today. We won the game. Let's get this straight. We won the game. I'm excited about that. We won the game. I'm a true Cowboy fan. We won the game. Over 537 yards of offense. Dak was, I think, 20 for 37 or 19 for 37, 2 touchdowns, 211 yards rushing with Williams. So don't get me wrong, we had an excellent day. But isn't it a waste, guys? Aren't you a little deflated because of the potency of the offense that we had this year, right? The potency of the offense. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Sub on the way to 1,000. On the way to 1,000. With Pickens, Lamb, and the 3 core offensive guards and players that we do have, as in Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker, and Tyler Smith, which is now, for the remainder of the season, moving out to left tackle, since Tyler Guyton is out on the IR for the rest of the year. I'm okay with that. And I don't know if I want to use my first 2 number 1 picks on an offensive guard or left tackle. I don't know if I want to do that because we need defense so bad. But back to what I was saying about Jerry. So the whispers that we are hearing is this so-called aggressiveness that we're going to have this year after the season. So-called aggressiveness. As I sit here and watch the Vikings in Detroit. From the State of the Union address, we don't believe you. Reasons why, as a fan and as a YouTuber, that we don't believe him, because of the rinse and repeat that we so-called get year after year. Insanity. Meaning doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And that's kind of what our organization has been for the last 3 decades. So, why should we believe now? Right? Now, Pickens looked good today. Turpin, I think he broke a 86. I think he broke one for 86 yards. Pass to Turpin out of the backfield there, but it was a pass over the middle. And I don't know if that was a record or not. I got to go back and check. But Turpin, all the wide receivers look good. Our offense looked pretty unstoppable in some areas. Brian Schottenheimer still does this thing where, it'll be 2nd and 8, right? 2nd and 8. And he'll have Dak Prescott drop back and pat the football, waiting for these wide receivers to get open You know what I mean? When I say 2nd and 8, they'll go. I can see how the routes are not breaking off until they're like 10 yards down the field, and that's a little crazy, and that's not giving Dak Prescott enough time, especially when you know that the offensive line is struggling. That's the play calling I don't like when Brian Schottenheimer does that. He waits. He has these long developing plays that has Dak Prescott patting the ball, and then he gets sacked, which we don't have to do that. So there's that. So that's the reason why I think Brian Schottenheimer should go ahead and have, well, Jerry, now I'm going to tell you something. Now I'm going to go, this is going to be full circle when I'm going back to Jerry Jones. What this all means, Jerry Jones this offseason, not only he need to get the players, right? Not only that, he need to also get the coaches. And he needs to pay for them. Where he needs to go and look and see where the highest paid coaches are being paid and paid. You don't have to be that highest paid coach, but he needs to be top 5. And here recently, he hasn't been. Here recently, I think he's giving these coaches peanuts. I think Matt Eberflus is really not getting a lot. And I think Brian Schottenheimer is only getting $4 million. Wherever all these other coaches out here are getting 16, 12, 15 million a year, and that's ridiculous. And that's one of the reasons why we're in this situation with a high-powered top 5 offense, and some points number 1 sitting at home. All right, so for him to be aggressive, do we believe? No, we don't. Not at all. Not at all. Don't believe nothing Jerry Jones says. But I do love what he did this offseason. He was aggressive with the ads that he had, with the Jadeveon Clowney, the Kenneth Clark, Quinnen Williams, Logan, of course, my man Pickens. We've had a lot of addition this year to fall flat, and that's what's so devastating to this organization. That's really, really devastating, right? We've had a lot of addition, and it didn't go anywhere. That's crazy. So that's what I mean by overpromising and under-delivering. And I think that's what Jerry Jones has been for the last 30 years. He's talk, especially when his back's against the wall, right? He starts to talk. He's highly motivated, and then he does nothing. Because, and the reason why I say this is because I don't know why Matt Eberflus is still there. And I don't know if he's trying to wait till after the season where just cut ties. I don't get it. Because these teams and these coaches out here now are just sitting in these zones, and it just picks us apart. That's the reason why our offense, which our defense played okay today, they did, because it looks like he went to man a pretty good time, pretty more than usual. But you still have these zones where he'll lack, and he have these concepts where, and then all the wide receivers have to go to a stopping point, sit down in the zone, and then they pick us apart 8 yards, 7 yards, 10 yards, 12 yards as they march down the field on our defense. And that's the reason why we're in this situation, because of our defense. So there's 2 coaches out there that, or there's at least one coach that I would go, and I think his contract is up right now. There's one coach that I would go for, and Minnesota's out of it, Brian Flores. Pay him top dollar to come to Dallas. Or even Todd Bowles. Pay him top dollar to come to Dallas. I would even take Rex Ryan at this point. I would take anybody that's going to be aggressive. Not just anybody. That's going to be aggressive and be able to adjust during the process of the game. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope you're enjoying your Christmas. Please, please, please hope you're having a Merry, Merry Christmas and hopefully a Happy New Year. But of course, I'm going to continue to talk to you guys as I watch the Vikings and the Detroit game. Looks like the Vikings is up 10-7. Brian Flores, man, I'm telling you, he's sending those blitz, those pressure, and Jared Goff don't know what to do. And that's exactly who we need on our team. Can you imagine we had that defense on our offense this year? It's crazy. That's what makes us sick to our stomach. So we hear what Jerry says, but we don't believe him, right? We don't believe nothing Jerry says anymore. Because at some point, again, like I said, you got to get a football mind and you have to step away. Look, Jerry has a lot of businesses, oil, gas. He's even got a promoting business now where he's in entertainment. He's got, and of course, housing. He's got so many businesses. Jerry, just handle your other business. Just get a football mind. Let Will McClay do his thing, or whoever. Steven, y'all just step back and let him do it, which I don't think it's going to happen. But that's what this whole thing is about. State of the Union address. Jerry, we don't believe you. Unfortunately. We don't believe it. Talk is cheap. You've been talking for 30 years, and we just don't believe you. Guys, make sure you sub. Like, share, and subscribe. On the way to 1,000. Man, it's just sickening to see how that offense looked today, and we're not going to be playing in the postseason. Isn't that just sad here on Christmas Day? YDG Nation, stand up. Cowboy Nation, stand up. It's crazy. Talk to you soon. Peace.